Welcome everyone. It is Football Cruise on Nigeria Footballers TV. We are still kicking on into the new year. Of course, the African Cup of Nations is currently still going on for the Super Eagles. It ended in a sour note, but we are back on Football Cruise to do justice to that. I'm not alone in the studio. My name is Emmanuel Sebastian, and I have a me Bolu on the set today, and of course, Lamid Momo. Like I said earlier, we'll be doing justice to the Super Eagles run at the ongoing African Cup of Nations. So don't you go anywhere. It is still Football Cruise on Nigeria Footballers TV. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, guys. It is still Football Cruise on Ninja Footballers TV, and I'm still with the guys in the studio. Now, guys, let's talk about the biggest footballing tournament in the world. I mean, you know why I said that. It's not a little tournament, actually. But, I mean, the Super Eagles. We've got knocked out of the AFCON in the round of 16. I can't remember the last time that happened. Tunisia knocked it out. 1-0 slender win for the Carthage Eagles. I mean, 3 wins in the group stage and 6 goals scored, 2 goals conceded. How would you sum up the Super Eagles' performance at the AFCON?
It was a so-so performance overall. It started with so much promise, and the team looked like they were onto something at the tournament. But it ended on a very unfortunate evening for the Super Eagles against Tunisia. It was a night where nothing went in our favor, and that played right into the Tunisians' hands. They ended the tournament winning only 2 games, beating only Mauritania and Nigeria. They're out of the tournament now, and that shows the strength of the opposition that we fell to. Tunisia was probably our best possible round of 16 opponent, and we failed to take the game to them. And unfortunately, it's back to the drawing board. But I'm just impressed by the spirit the team showed. They showed that with a good coaching setup, there's more to come from them.
Lamid, best losers up against table toppers. Nigeria, you topped the group and you got knocked out by one of the best losers of the tournament. And they're out of the competition as I speak. Tunisia, they've been knocked out. Egypt, we defeated, are still in the tournament. For you, how was the Super Eagles' performance at the AFCON?
Um, for me, yeah, personally, so going to the tournament, I had zero hope. Yeah, because I felt because of the old drama going on behind the scenes, I just felt, man, there's no way these guys can do something meaningful in Cameroon. I was actually tipping a very, very disastrous out. In fact, I was one of those guys who were saying that I would probably go there and not even score a goal, you know. But I mean, so the tournament began, and immediately after the second game against was it Sudan, won 3-1. I started thinking we could win the tournament. Because we were playing fantastic football, and it was so free, and I was really surprised. And then Tunisia happened, and I mean, disappointing, of course, but I think it is something that we can build up. That's what I think. I think we can build upon, and I think it gave us hope, even though there's a lot of issues there. That's a story for another day. But because I had zero hope for them, personally, for me, I think it was okay for me.
Picking up from you, where did it go wrong? Do you think you can pick where it went wrong for the Super Eagles in that game against Tunisia? I mean, we were flawless in the group stage, 3 wins from 3, but it got to Tunisia, and some of our best players were found wanting in that game. So where did it go wrong for you?
For me, I'm one of those people who I think that because I've been hearing a lot of stories who think go with the old tactical.
Yeah.
We were. What's the word they were using? There's this word that was just pissing me off every time I just thought about it. Thought that Eguavoen was what's the word? The out, not even outsmarted. This technical word is a very, very annoying word I probably don't want to remember. So what I want to say is there was nothing tactical about the Tunisian setup. For me personally,
from that game,
there was nothing tactical. There was nothing special about their setup. Okay, everybody said they were doubling up on Moses Simon and doubling up. I just felt like I always say in football, when you go into a football pitch as players, and from the first minute, there's this urgency you're supposed to have. There's this urgency that the team has naturally. Immediately, you don't put up with that kind of urgency. It's very, very difficult going to the game to feel that you can just raise it up at any moment. That's why I say when the Tunisians went to go up, we thought, okay, I mean, they're going to go up, so let's raise our game. But it's difficult to raise things like that when you're already in tune with the game. You know, you're already in the game and you're already very, very laid back. For some reason, we did not. I think it had to do more with us than the Tunisians. Because I personally will always say there was absolutely nothing tactical that the Tunisians, all these tacticals, they outsmarted, they Eguavoen. For me, I think that's absolute nonsense.
Bolu, before that game, Tunisia, there were talks that Tunisia were hit with COVID, including Kiman, Wabi Kazri, and Jaziri. They were hit with COVID. But at the end of the day, Kazri ended up playing that game. And, the manager as well, the first team manager wasn't on the sidelines that day. Do you think we were complacent to some extent before that game? I mean, it is Tunisia. Okay, they've got COVID issues. But for you, where did you think it went wrong? Was it complacency or we're not just tactically up to standard to match up with the Tunisians on that day?
I don't think it was complacency on our part. I think it was just Tunisia's day because of the psychological build up to the game for them. They were with their backs against the wall basically. So many COVID issues, so many uncertainties.
We lost their last group stage
Yeah,
game.
the last group
coming
stage
into
game.
that
So many
picture.
uncertainties concerning who would play and who would not play and all that. And I think the situation just played into their hands, knowing that okay, everyone expects us to lose, so we'll just camp and defend and try to stop the Nigerians and see what comes of it, which is not a bad way to go into a knockout game. And they played into their hands because they could focus on the main strengths of the Super Eagles, which is playing from the wings, creating chances from the wings. They were able to, like Lamete, they were able to double up on Moses Simon and Samuel Chukwueze, and basically that stifled our attacking threat. But when Augustine Eguavoen tried to react by bringing on Alex Iwobi in his favorite position, you can say whatever I want to say about Iwobi, but his favorite position is as a 10, and many of his best Super Eagles performances have been in that position as well. And at that time, I felt like it was a good change. That was the change we needed. Put Iwobi in the 10 position to try to create, and then the red card happened. And I think a lot of Nigerians are forgetting the fact that before that red card, that was a brilliant change by Augustine Eguavoen, and he could have actually won us that game. But then the red card happened, and that was where the game went away from our hands because that was when we struggled to create chances. We were a man down, and we know how.
I think we created more chances when we were the man down.
Yeah, when we were a man down,
Yeah.
and the sad part is, how North African teams are when to managing the game and all that. And the moment we got the red card, I just knew we couldn't win this game anymore because Tunisia were ready to just manage that game and see it through, and that was what happened, unfortunately for us.
Okay, let's talk about the manager now, guys. We've got knocked out. The previous AFCON 2019, we got to the semi-final. We won third place. This time around, I'm not trying to just oppose anything, but
That's what you're doing. Man.
how would you? I'm just putting it to you now. But how would you sum up Eguavoen's performance tenure at the AFCON before we got knocked out?
Personally, I mean, Eguavoen took over the job probably a few weeks through the tournament. So that is already, for me, what Eguavoen did, for me personally, I think is some hero stuff because, like I said, I mean, I don't start saying what I said earlier in the show. I mean, I thought nothing could happen, but he made us play a very attractive brand of football. For the first time in probably 2 years, because I'm not going to say Genetro was absolutely trash all through. I just feel the last 2 years of Genetro, things just went south. I don't know. But so that's what I'm going to say. The kind of football I saw in the first 3 games from Augustin Eguavoen, I think it was way better than what I've seen from Genetro in 2 years. However, having said all of this, like you said, or you said it on purpose because you wanted to play, man. Yeah, so we finished third and we got knocked out. I mean, of course, yeah, that was better finishing third. But like I said, different circumstances and the coaches are different demons to fight.
Thank God you rounded up with that because I wanted to say is it his style of play over results and all that. But I mean, yeah, I saw the players even attested to that they were given the freedom to express themselves. I mean, we saw a different Moses Simon, for example, in this tournament. Bolu, for you, Eguavoen, was it a failure, success for you, regarding where you took us to at this AFCON?
Going back to where you guys left it, it's so ironic that the football we played in the group stage of the 2021 AFCON was better than the football we played throughout the 2019 tournament. Because I remember in 2019, I was so angry at how we always played. I was always disappointed to see us trying to grind results against teams like Guinea, who should be trying to dominate the game and all that. Even though we got the results, but I remember being very angry at our performances then.
Lost to
And-
Madagascar.
And we lost to Madagascar as well, and then lost to Algeria. But I remember being much angrier in 2019 than I was watching our group stage games. And it goes back to me saying earlier that we need to go back to the drawing board with proper coaching.
Drawing board.
This team is limitless. now, what we need is coaching. We have the players already. If you look at the pedigree of all of our starting 11, they're all playing at decent clubs.
Do we really
They all know how
have
to-
players?
We do have
Maybe
players.
that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, that's
It's a topic for another day actually
But
because
the
when we
pedigree
lost
of players we
Victor
have.
and sorry because when we lost Victor Osimhen and some other strikers,
And
Yeah.
Paul,
and Paul Onachu, it was looking like we currently lack that depth in that forward areas. But,
Yeah.
I mean, all of a sudden it looks like we don't have. The
And our
players to-
attack was one of the best in the group stage as well. It was
Yeah.
second best after Cameroon. We scored the second most goals after Cameroon, even with our second string attack. So it just shows that there's so much potential. With proper coaching, that team will be different. So much. And we've seen what Augustine Eguavoen did in less than a month with that team. With proper coaching, that team we can do anything. We really can do anything.
Talking about proper coaching, before the tournament, there was a talk of a certain foreign manager, Passero. The NFF released a statement that he was supposed to be in Cameroon,
Yeah.
to observe as an observer, before he comes take over the role permanently. Now,
By the way, did you see Migaroa at all?
I didn't.
I didn't spot him
I didn't
either.
see Passero in Cameroon. Do you still want Passero to come in? Looking at what Eguavoen has done or what he did with the team at the AFCON, do you still want a foreign manager, a Passero, to come manage the team? Remember, we have the World Cup qualifiers coming up. We've been
Yeah.
paired against Ghana. So do you still want Passero to come in to take over the team?
If we cast our minds back a bit to one of our last Football Cruise episodes last year, I remember saying that I wanted an indigenous manager
Yeah.
to take over from Geno. I wanted someone who understands the culture of Nigerian football, understands the mentality of Nigerians and the Nigerian players. Eguavoen showed what he can do with enough time and trust. And now it's such a sticky situation because you already appointed the successor and all that. But then I really think we should keep on with Eguavoen. You already started something during the AFCON. He lit up something in the players themselves, and I think they themselves would not mind continuing that into the World Cup qualifiers, especially when we are facing a team like Ghana. You need someone who knows about Nigerian football very well to play against Ghana, because someone who understands the historic rivalry. And I think Augustine Eguavoen is the man, really. He's the man.
Lamid, for you, do you want Passero to come in or stick with Eguavoen? Or do you think Passero comes in with something different, just to add that extra to this team?
Look, see that Passero guy. I'm sorry. I mean, if you're listening to this, there's no way in hell that guy can be the coach of the Super Eagles
Why do you think so?
because he is not better than Eguavoen, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, he's coached several teams. He's coached
What does he
Both of them,
done?
they've both won the same thing.
What has he
Nothing.
done really?
They've both won the same level
I mean,
of
He's
trophies as
experienced
manager.
more than Eguavoen.
experienced in what? I mean,
In coaching, in terms of coaching.
Am
he's
I
coached
co-
more
look,
But
teams.
Eguavoen is even more
He's coached-
experienced coaching Nigeria
bro.
than Pesero is coaching an African team in general.
When
I
you
agree,
say
but
experience, everybody is
overall.
experienced. If you look at, I mean, you might.
There are people that are more experienced. So you might want
I mean,
to
when you talk about the
But if it comes
experience,
to-
look
if
at
it
the
comes
quality
to-
of what you've gathered over
So
the
let
years.
me
you know?
cut in real quick. If it comes to Nigerian football, coaching Nigerian football, or Nigerian coaching generally, I don't think there are many people more experienced than Augustine Eguavoen. Let's establish that. This man took us to the AFCON in 2006. I don't think there's anybody as experienced
Were
as
you
he
happy
is.
with the
Yeah,
Eguavoen
yeah,
appointment
going
initially?
too
Were you
far.
happy?
No, I wanted.
Were you happy with it?
No, I wanted an indigenous manager, quite alright. But now we've got Eguavoen, who was the technical director, and he has done well. I think he should keep doing the job.
I
he
mean,
was-
you're even going too far. Like I said, I mean, when you say he's experienced, I mean, like I said, it depends on the kind of experience you gathered. Okay, you might just be experienced coaching little clubs in quotes, and you cannot compare that to coaching a national team. That's why I said Eguavoen is way better, especially for the Super Eagles
especially
job.
and the experience he has
It's
of
just
Nigerian
way
football.
better. The Passero stuff, I don't even want to go about the old NFF announcement. I think everything was just audio. I don't care what anybody says.
And it seems Eguavoen is happy
Because-
because he touched on that several times on his pressers in Cameroon, that he's still the technical director. He's going to give way for Passero to come in as the manager and all that.
Look, I'm telling you for free. I might not have any direct contact with the NFF, but I tell you for free, Passero will not be the coach. You see, those talk were just for no reason. I mean, if we wanted to be associated with some foreign manager, some grade, or maybe we can attract a grade A manager. Maybe we can go like the grade B. You know, I don't know if you understand what a grade B, but I mean, I probably go with the Jose Mourinho and those are like grade A managers. So when you go for grade B, you go for a coaches like Ave Renard. You know, he's already coaching Saudi Arabia, I think.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of coaches you go for, not for a grade G manager. I don't even have the no, I don't even have the alphabet yet. Pasero. So for me, I think Pasero is a no, absolute no. I think that was just talks, and I think Eguavoen will take us to the
Would
World
you
Cup
want, still on the
qualifiers.
managerial issue, before we wrap up? Do you still want any other person added to the technical crew? I mean, we still have Eguavoen as the coach, from technical director to technical advisor. We still have the likes of Aloy Ago as the goalkeeping coach, Terry Egoji, and some other people amongst the backroom team. Do you want any extra addition? Because there are talks that, I mean, we met Emmanuel Amunike in Cameroon.
Okay.
I mean, there are talks that he might come in to be part of the technical
Look,
team and all that.
I mean, I don't care. Sorry to cut you. I don't care. I just feel like I said, what Eguavoen did in a few weeks, you know, made me want to give him more opportunities. You know, I want to see what he would do if he's given more time. However, we have to also realize, I don't think there are going to be any international breaks or friendly games. So, are you trying to bring in a new? I just feel as long as Eguavoen is the manager, whether you want to bring any help, I mean, I don't care about it. But as long as Eguavoen is the coach and the manager with his own setup, I think we can be way better because we're also going to admit that a lot of our players did not go to this tournament. A lot of our main players.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
And,
The potential of what he can do with our main squad.
I want to mean our main squad. Who am I talking about? Osime, sorry.
Osimhen,
Yeah. And Adibin Pasero was in Cameroon. Maybe you might just be convinced he might. take
Maybe he
over
came
the
to
job.
Cameroon. Maybe you did not see. Maybe he was.
There's no way we
you
could
know, maybe he was hiding.
All right, guys. Finally, who were your player of the tournament for you from the 4 games we played? Who are the players you want to say, okay, yes, I was, blown away by this player in this tournament? Who are the players for you? I mean, we had some couple of additions to the squad. Kelechi Wakali came in, Olisanda came in, and but who will you?
So
pick
my
as your
player of the tournament or players? Should I pick one?
You might pick more than one for you, or if you can streamline it to just one, it's just for you.
So, okay. So I'll pick Moses Simon. However, I think it showed us why Moses Simon cannot be our best player going to a tournament. I mean, if we go to a tournament and we do well in the tournament and our best player in the tournament is Moses Simon, our most dangerous player in the tournament is Moses Simon, then there's a problem. This is not taking anything away from Moses Simon. I just felt it was by far, like it was not even close. Well, the closest person would probably be Olaino for me.
Okay.
Closest person would be because Olaino was like, I don't know what that guy had in his lungs. That guy was running,
Yeah.
like he never stopped running. But like I said, even Olaino, it wasn't close. So it was just Moses Simon and the gap was just on another level. So is that a blessing and a curse at the same time? I don't know, but by far it would be Moses Simon.
All right, Bolu, for you, who would you pick as your player of the tournament from the Super Eagles?
Yeah, the regular customers, the easiest customers are Moses Simon or Lionel. But I was personally very impressed with William Troost Ekong.
Haribo also.
Aribo as well. Troost Ekong has had a poor club season so far. No clean sheet for his club.
Heading into the tournament.
Yeah,
as well,
this into
out
the
of
tournament,
form.
out of form personally. And he was just on a different level. Seeing him he was playing with this confidence that came out of nowhere because there was no confidence coming from his club football, even from his recent national team appearances. There was no confidence coming from
Felt
there.
like he had a lot of things to prove.
Yeah, and I was so impressed to see him stepping up as the captain, trying to make things happen and all that defensively and going forward. He scored a goal as well. I was impressed with him as well. Of course, Ndidi would always be Ndidi. Iheanacho would always be Iheanacho. I was also impressed with Taiwo Awoniyi. He led the line very well, and I think if he's given more time, he can really improve into that role of a reliable striker for Nigeria. I was very impressed with Taiwo Awoniyi's work rate.
For me, one of the positives I would take is, it's a delight to see these players playing with much freedom. It was obvious for everyone to see. We didn't see this style of play, this brand of football coming in, heading into this tournament. A lot of us, looking at the way we prepared the preparation, even the NFF president knew the preparations was lackluster heading into this tournament. But it's good to see these players playing with freedom, and it's good to see some couple of players making their debut, in this tournament. In that the dead rubber game against Guinea-Bissau, the likes of Wakali, Sadiq Kumar, even Olisa Nda as well, who we didn't see coming heading into this tournament, playing as a right back. So it's good to see these players making their debut in major tournaments. So I mean, it has come and gone. Round of 16.
For
and,
you, which player impressed you the most?
I mean, you guys. I mean, the picks you guys took. I mean, Moses Simon took me off guard. I was surprised with Moses Simon. I mean, the players you guys mentioned, I mean, they were my picks as well. Ola, I know, was wonderful. You know, just Ekon, Kenneth Omero as well. You know, a lot of people had lost hope in Kenneth Omero, but he marshaled that defense very well alongside Kenneth Omero. So, the team, it was a good performance, but at the end of the day, we were in the stadium. I mean, that game, it was, even the Cameroonians were supporting the Super Eagles.
Yeah, and we're so disappointed that we lost.
It was so
a
disappointing
shock.
at the end of the day. Well, guys, we have the World Cup qualifiers to prosecute next, coming up in March, and we need to sort out the managerial issue. Remember, we've been paired against Ghana. The first leg will be in Accra, then the return leg will be here in Nigeria, and we don't know if Eguavoen will be at the helm heading into that fixture. But guys, we'll be here and we'll be doing justice to that. Don't forget, keep it locked with Nigeria Footballers across all our social media platforms. And don't forget to subscribe with us on our YouTube channel. Click on the subscribe button and you might as well turn on post notification for premium Nigerian football content. It is still Football Cruise. My name is Emmanuel Sebastian. I've been with Bolu and Lamid on the set. Till we come away again next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.